Hello, and welcome to part 2 of our Project Zomboid Beginner guide. So in the first part, it was a lot longer than I thought it would be, but that's because we're looking at the traits window. I guess we talked a lot about the game modes and why we always play Apocalypse, and we're just playing on the default map. I think we talked about this. So the last video, it's like 34 minutes, but I think we explained a whole bunch of things. So it is a long video, maybe people will watch it. But with our skill tree, we're just going like this. So let's go back to the title screen here. So the first video, we went through pretty much the main thing that's going to ruin your run, which is going to be the power is going to shut off within the first few days because it's random. So we're going to jump right into a game. If we click on solo, pretty much, you'll be able to start your first game here. Or I guess your 100th game or something, or maybe like 200th game, depending how many times you died. So you can choose between Apocalypse, Survivor, Builder, Custom Sandbox. We're going to play Apocalypse because we like the challenge of it. Like, we've been watching the videos, we notice pretty much almost everybody plays Survivor, and it makes it look too easy. I imagine that we probably could do like a we survived 100 days in Survivor, but it seems like it's too easy. We're playing Apocalypse, we survived 14 days and we're still alive, so we know we can survive at least 2 weeks in Apocalypse mode. And it seems more difficult, right? The zombies, we have to watch for every step, and when we're going to actually fight the zombies, we have to be really damn careful or else they're gonna get us. Whereas Survivor, I think you just go around and kill zombies and that's it. You don't worry about them. They're so weak. Apocalypse, they're gonna get you. So this guide is gonna be for Apocalypse mode, so if you're playing Survivor, you can just use this guide and then it'll be 10 times easier or something. But if you're playing Apocalypse, you could really use this guide because Apocalypse is insanely difficult. So insanely difficult. So we're going to do the default map. We're not going to look at these other ones. Like we said, they are interconnected. So if you start here, you can eventually drive out to these maps. It's all just a one big huge map, and this is just like the starting section of the big huge map. So we're going to be starting in a random location. We're going to be using the skill tree we came up with. So we have played for a while, right? I think that we had this thing, if we opened this, played for like 242 hours over the past 2 weeks. That's like a long time. 14 days, that's like almost 20 hours a day. 14 hours a day, probably. We just been playing this game constantly, so we do have a lot of experience, right? So if we go back to the game here, we'll just go right into the traits. We've tried all these things, right? We won't spend too long about here. The last video was about traits, but we're not going with thin skin. We're not going with slow healer. We're not going with high thirst. We're not going with smoker. We're not going with pacifist. All these negative traits that are going to just give you negatives just so that we can get athletic and strong, plus this fast learner, all this other random stuff that we don't need, right? Extras, maybe take that out. Then we got strong and athletic, the two best things in the game because they're the most expensive. All we have to do is just take all of these negatives, right? So instead of doing that, we play without strong, without athletic, and then we don't have to worry about getting cut easier. So we live longer, slow healer. You're gonna get cut no matter what. So slow healer, if you can just get your default wounds, don't worry about it. So as you said in the other video, these are just basically like sliders or something, right? Did you want to be cut more often? Did you want to be cut less often? Did you want to heal slower? Did you want to heal faster? So all these things they're just sliders, changing things from the default game. I think pretty much the default game is pretty much where it's at. High thirst, if we want to go on a big long road trip in the future, if we bring like 10 hours, or if we bring like 5 hours supply of water with us with high thirst, if we take this way, suddenly we have a 10-hour supply of water to go on a even longer road trip, right? That's our theory. And smoker, It's so annoying searching for cigarettes and a lighter all the time. If we could play the game without having to search for cigarettes and search for lighters, sometimes you'll find all the cigarettes in the world, but you'll never find the matches and the lighter. So if we don't have to worry about that, that's amazing. Same with Pacifist. We used to play with this all the time because it gives you a negative 25% weapon EXP bonus, which doesn't matter. You're going to die before you level any weapon skills level 1 anyways. So I guess it's a good beginner skill, right? I guess some of these things are good for like a beginner or something, right? You get these things, slow healer, then you could get athletic and strong. These things are amazing for a beginner. They're amazing if you're just beginning out. Smoker, I wouldn't recommend it. High thirst, maybe it's alright. We just played. We never like high thirst. Smoker, it's like one of the worst things in the game. I think there's another one, right? Claustrophobia. This one's absolutely terrible. We picked this one game, gets panicked when indoors. The first night, we tried to go to sleep. Other guy couldn't go to sleep because he was too panicked. So it's like a joke, negative trait. Pick this trait. Did you want to never be able to sleep in your room because the room's too small? It's a joke. All of these are a joke. The negatives are so bad. Like the smoker, it had the same thing, the claustrophobia, right? Did you want to play where your character can't sleep because he hasn't had a smoke for a few days because you haven't found the matches or lighter? It's just way more ways to end your game. So we take these things off, right? We don't need athletic. We don't need strong. We're not a new player anymore. So over here, if you could find a skill tree to take the least amount of negative traits as possible, take it. These negative traits do absolutely nothing. They're like the only traits that do nothing. And then these are like the best traits in the game, I would think. The best traits out of everything that we could get, even with the 2-point combos, right? Fast learner, 30% extra EXP gain, but you have to take negative 6 points. So there we go. Let's just go begin into the game. So once you get into the game, the only thing you have to worry about is your power gonna run out? Are you gonna start with no water? So we'll start the game. We might have to restart depending on what that happens. But here's the skill tree. We'll just look at this one more time and then we'll go into the game. It's got organized. This gives you more carrying capacity, which is for the fatty pack. It doubles the carrying capacity of it from 1 to 2. We'll find that out later. Wakeful, we can stay out for 33% longer, so it's going to make the days a lot longer. That's going to be extremely helpful. We'll find all these out. Outdoorsman, that's necessary. Dexterous, that's extremely helpful for like all the 2-point combos and the other 2-point skills left. I think Dexterous is like the only thing that matters. And then Speed Demon, because we always have a 1 extra point. They were saying never take the, well, no. If you're a new player, Sunday Trader, it's free points. You get 2 points to spend because you're never going to live long enough to drive a vehicle. But eventually, when you can eventually drive vehicles consistently, Speed Demon's a lot better choice instead of taking that -1 to get an extra 2 points. So the ultimate skill tree, no negatives, only positives. That's our theory, right? Our skill tree, we've been working on it for 235 hours, and after everything, the more the, if you could take a 0, none of these negatives, that's the best tree, right? Best tree is taking none of these. So there we go. So, once you got your skill tree figured out, you want to create your character. So we already created our character, so we can just go here to load. Oh, something you want to do if you have your skill tree planned out. You would go to click save, and then you can just save your skill tree. They just keep numbering them up. We made a lot more than 32. We just deleted a whole bunch of them all the time. I don't know what number this is. It's probably skill tree 1 to 32. Oh, we probably didn't make that many of them. Wait, we did. We keep trying all these different things. Stout, athletic, right? We went from strong, we're like maybe if we go from strong, which is 10 points, and go with stout, which is 6 points. It'll give us 4 points to put through something else. We spent so much time looking at this thing, trying everything, but it turns out this is where you want to be. So, your character. Your character right here. So, we already have our pre-saved character. So you can do anything here, right? You can change your skin color, you can change the hair color, you can change the hair type, change whatever you want. And then you can put on a hat. So we usually put on the hat, then we just put it in the closet just because it takes up so much inventory space. Like, I would deck out your character, put everything you can. Glasses, tank top, formal shirt, long sleeve t-shirt, jeans, long socks, and sneakers. So I guess the only important thing would be the sneakers, right? Sneakers will increase your movement speed by 10%. Maybe it's even 15 or 20%. Depending if you're wearing shoes. But there we go, yeah. Make sure you just pick sneakers. This is our character. So the formal shirt and the tank top, you're going to be ripping those at the beginning of the game just to get some ripped sheets. You don't want these things because in the summer it's going to be so hot. If you're wearing too many clothes, you're just going to be overheated all the time. So you just get these things just so you can get some ripped sheets at the beginning of the game. If you wear them, your guy's just going to be hot all the time. So just like before, just like the traits, you can click on save to save your character. So when you eventually die, you can just go here, load up your traits again, so you don't have to redo it, and then go to the next, and then reload your character again, because you're going to be dying a lot. So ready to begin the game. So it's important to note that there's going to be like 10 different random spawn locations. 10 different possible spawn locations. I think like 6 of them are around the middle of the map, and then the other 10 around like the south of the northern part of the map. Well, I guess that's around there too. Most of them are around the middle of the map, but there is some specific starting locations that you did want to start at. The game even tells you this is how you died, right? For, I don't know, the 200th time? How many times have we died? Click the start. So, it's important to note if you press the F2 button, you can pause the game. Which I don't think it pauses it when you're looking at this thing, right? No, it doesn't. It just keeps the game going while you're reading this. So the entire time when we were reading this at the beginning, the game was played and then the zombies were making progress while we were just sitting there. So I want to press the F2 button, or you can sit here to pause it. I would recommend reading these things. The basics, read through all these. Don't run. You never run. You just want to sprint, I think it is. Combat, water, crafting, peeping toms. So this shows you that when you have curtains over a window and you close the curtains, the zombies will not be able to see you behind it. They will hear you, right? That's the misconception I think I was reading online. Like, people, can they see light through the curtains? And someone's like, they can see light through the curtains. But I guarantee you it's just because he was walking around. Because the curtains have been closed. And then we take a few steps, and then the zombie comes after we've walked for a bit. So it's the sound. He hears you walking inside the house. Okay, so after you've looked at this thing, gave it a good read, I recommend after every time you die, maybe go through this thing and then read it a bit more, and then you learn these things over time. We'll close this thing. The game's paused here. So I guess something we'll say about the houses, they're going to have a few different basic rooms, right? So you're going to have your kitchen over here. You're pretty much going to leave most of the things in there. Same with the bathroom. There's going to be a bathroom down here. It's going to be the bedroom. Your good loot's going to be in here. There's going to be shelves in here. There's also going to be good loot in this room. And then this will just be a random room where there won't be too much in there. And the main thing we're looking for is a TV. So you could start at a spawn location, and there could be a no TV. If there's no TV, you're going to want to restart. So you can easily do that, right? If there wasn't a TV here, we're just going to restart anyways, because there could be in a better place. I guess it wouldn't really matter too much. We'll already started anyways. We'll maybe show you a few different maps, and then we'll actually start the game. Maybe we'll do like we did in the other guide too, right? We'll restart a few different maps, and then show you the good maps and the good maps. So restart, Apocalypse, the default spawn location, go down here, load up our traits, load up our character, and then replay again. So that's how you would keep restarting. If you found a map you didn't like, if something didn't happen, pause the game, we're in here. So this is another, well, I guess the first room was alright. So this is another one, right? You see here, there's no TV in here. The main thing we're looking for is a TV, and this is a bad spot location anyways, because it's all the way at the north of the map. So there's no TV here, so you would quit, then you would restart. So that'd be the first thing that you're looking for. I think the best place to start it is those like 2-story houses. So let's go solo next, then load up your traits, then load up your character, then keep doing this until you get a good map. So there's like 4 different possible good houses we can spawn in. So here's this one again, right? There's no TV. So we quit, and then we'd restart. And then maybe we'll just come back when we found a good map, right? I guess before we do that, something you're going to want to do is if you keep making all these games to try to find a good start location, click on load. You're going to be making all these random games. You're probably going to want to go through and delete these games, just so you don't have all these games to go through here. That game, we were doing so good. We were doing so good in that game, and then what happened? We died. We had the fireman's outfit and the fireman hat and the big hiking bag. You always make so much progress, and then no matter what, the zombies are gonna get you. It's inevitable. No matter what, it's impossible to live that long in this game, especially in apocalypse game mode. So we'll make a new game here. Select our traits. I wonder if we should even start deleting our old traits, right? We have so many of these old things that we have to scroll down here all the time. So I think we're going to go through and do that quick, right? We're going to delete everything except for the newest one, right? You can see we're going with strong athletic at the beginning. We thought these were the best things in the game, but then we have to take these ones, right? Thin skin, slow healer, slow reader, Sunday driver, pacifist. And we're still at negative 11 points, so we can just get like one of them or something. Yeah, there we go. So let's go through and then just delete these here quick, where you can see like strong athletic. I guess this one's not too bad. There's like not really that many negatives. We didn't have like high thirst or anything. No smoker tray at this point. Strong athletic. This is like a really good beginner skill tree. Strong athletic, organized, wakeful, outdoorsman, dexterous, cat's eyes. Thin skin, slow healer, pacifist, weak stomach, short-sighted, slow reader, and Sunday driver. All things you would never really notice as a new player. Just to gain strength and athletic plus his other amazing things, right? I'd have played 5 is a really good one. I guess I'd have played 6 to try doing more things. We just keep making all these different skill trees, right? Maybe we'll go through as we delete them. Maybe that would make sense. This gets slow healer, pacifist, weak stomach. So we kind of see what our thought trade was. I'd have played 8 is when he actually finally started driving vehicles. So we figured that Sunday driver is not a good trait to get, right? We're using a Sunday driver for so long. It turns out it's not that good. And then here's us trying to figure out that maybe we don't need these because it gives so many negatives. And then we just had these 3 negative traits, right? The only things that you won't even notice in the game. The only 3 negative traits. Then we added a slow healer to get a thick skin, right? The 2-point combo. Just get a thick skin plus slow healer that just cost 2 points. So that was a really good one. That was a good skill tree. Thick skin, slow healer. Not sure we changed. I think we changed out organized for fast learner. I think that was it for the fast learner pacifist combo. Strong athletic, organized, thin skin, slow healer. And then we went back to that. Went back to that again because I guess it didn't make that much of a difference. Oh, and then we started doing the smoker trait, right? That's a bad trait. Smoker's a bad one to get. Pacifist smoker. Oh my god, we were just stacking on the negative traits, right? Thin skin, high thirst, slow healer, pacifist smoker, weak stomach, short-sighted. Just to get strong and athletic, right? Jeez. So many negative things. So many negative traits. Weak stomach, short-sighted. They were getting rid of the negative traits, right? Like maybe we get rid of some of these lower things. I guess that makes sense. We're still like 18 out of 32. Looks like we wanted to get some more of these 2 cost traits over here. Alright. We're just changing things up. Checking all these. I think that was like almost the same, right? Faster. I think we dropped the strength trait to try it without the extra inventory space. Because athletic, that's better than strong, maybe. And then we got stout because we realized 12 inventory space is terrible. We need at least 15. But I guess it's not too bad. Eventually you'll trade it up eventually. And then we got through, tried to like 12 inventory space again. Then get slow healer. And then we got rid of the pacifist trait. I think we got rid of a strong and athletic too, right? Oh, this is why we started playing without it, right? We realized that these are just good for new players, that's it. Those two are just good for new players, that's it. Once you get better at the game, they're terrible. Well, there's like a handicap, right? It's like your character starts out amazing. Your character starts out absolutely like a guy that could destroy any zombie that they encounter. 31. 32 is the last one, right? It's just the second last one. Slow healer, pacifist, weak stomach, short-sighted. And then we even got rid of the slow healer, right? Because fast learner, we'll just leave fast learner default, right? The experience. And then the ultimate skill tree. Alright. 22 minutes. So we should actually get into a game here, right? I guess this one we're actually not getting into a game. We're just going over like starting locations. Then we deleted our skill tree, right? Starting location bad, no TV. All right, so we're in this house. This is like one of the best houses to start in. It just has a TV over here. Although it's foggy out at the moment. So the reason you want a TV, you just go to it, turn it, life and living, tune in, and then you start getting cooking experience. And if by chance you find a level 1 book, you can start reading it, and then right click, and then sit on the ground. So I guess in the next video, we'll start up a game. We'll just show some like starting tips when you start. You're going to be starting in a random starting location. But as you can see, our cooking skill has gone up. So we can see our skills here. Cooking, it's already almost level 1. So it starts with a 0 experience. And then just by catching the TV in the morning, you can get like 1.25 cooking levels or something. Brings you up to like 37.5. Alright. And then once you do that, you like turn off the TV, and then you go search the rest of your house to see if you can find anything here. So you watch TV to gain those skills, right? There's other things here. We're not going to look too much because we're going to be restarting again. But this is where your loot is. This is where you're going to find the bag, like the duffel bag, or the school bag, or the hiking bag, or if you're lucky, the big hiking bag. So let's leave here, right? It's foggy, foggy anyways. I guess we should have did that. Yeah, as we can see, it's really foggy out here, right? So we did start in a really good house, but because it's foggy out, we're not going to really be able to go out and fight zombies, right? Usually we go here. Maybe it's not too bad. Maybe you could start out in the fog. But for the zombies, all you want to do is actually just like hold the right mouse button, press the space bar, push him over, wait till he goes on the ground, and then you just get him. That's it. The zombies aren't too hard to deal with. There's 2 of them here, right? Want to take on 2 of them. So when we start, we're going to go through. If you actually stand over this one, he won't get up. And then the zombies actually aren't that difficult. This is usually what we do, right? Want to start the first day, try to kill as many zombies as you can. Want to get that watch, so we're going to be looking for a watch to tell the time. And maybe a car. Watch this, we're not doing this run, but we're gonna find like a car at the beginning of the game. So something you want to do when you get into a car is check no key for this car found. It could be in the ignition. If you just check down here once you get in, it'll be like a bit more bolded. When you hover over it, it'll say the key is in the ignition, and then you can just take the key, and then you can just drive the car right there. But there was no key there. You can check the glove box, right? Scroll down here, check these things, check to see if you have the glove box for the key. There's no key. So you like loot anything you want, then get out because you don't have the key for that vehicle. I think you can even like enable search mode, and then you can maybe find the key on the ground somewhere, or it could be on one of the zombies nearby, or it could be in the house. There's one zombie here. So our theory is if there's like 2 of them, we can take them on. If there's more than 2 of them, then you're gonna have to do some more advanced techniques. So we actually go through our playthrough, start the game, go through, kill a bunch of zombies. We'll check them to see if they have the key on them. There's no key. We'll go over how to like scroll through these and everything. We know that when we first started, there's matches right there, right? If you're a smoker, you got matches. There's like the first part thing. Maybe eventually being a smoker is like 3 trade points. I'll give you these ones. We don't open the door. Can't open the door. They're gonna have to bust out because the window's broken. But yeah, that'd be the beginning of it. There's no way to get out of that window. You don't want to jump into a broken window. But eventually, we like break right back. The door's closed. Then try to get in the window. But that's pretty much how most your first day should go. You just have to make sure that you get to a TV. Is he dead already? You have to make sure you get a TV by 12 o'clock, right? So other than that, this was a good one. Maybe we should have taken it. We did pretty good. But we'll restart. We'll show you advanced techniques, how to deal with more than 2 zombies, right? So once you get with 2 zombies, you gotta start using the windows. You can find them. In here. All the windows are broken in this house, so we can't even really use it for a house to trap the zombies, because I think this window broke, right? That wouldn't work anyways, because zombies can't even go in or out that window. Alright. So, that's pretty much how the beginning of our runs are going to go, right? We loot the house, check for the bag in the closet, go get the first aid stuff for the bathroom. We'll go more in depth in the next video. We'll see if we can start at the trailer park, right? We'll just start a character, see if we can start in the last location. So we've seen most of them. I guess this location is bad too, right? There's no TV here. I mean, you might find a school bag. If you're lucky, you'll find a bag in the closet. That's what I was saying. These are like the ultra chests. You find like the crowbars, everything that you need, weapons and everything. You don't usually find weapons. You usually just find these bags. That's like the number one thing that you're looking for. But right, there's no TV. We'd restart. Then we're just gonna keep restarting until we find like one of the trailer park to show you like the final themed area. Oh, I guess this one's new, right? You could start in this house here, but it's not a good house because there's no TV. It does have this thing, right? You could check here, you could find like a really good egg, but we didn't. So, like, even if you run next door, right, which you wouldn't really want to do that. You want to start with a TV in your house. There's no TV in this house either. I don't even know if this house has a TV. Maybe this one does. Oh yeah, this one does. But you don't want to be running to a house just to find a TV in the morning. You want to start in a house with a TV so you can just watch TV right there. Alright, here we go. So we're in the trailer park, right? This is like one of the worst places to start, right? The windows, they don't have any curtains, so if there's any zombies out here, they're just gonna see you through the windows no matter what. There's no curtains to cover you up. There's no TV. There's like very limited stuff here, and then it's just like one small little trailer park room, right? You can run to these other places, but it's just such a big open space, right? This is like one of the worst places to start in. You go years, search this place, but then if there's zombies following you, there's gonna be going through the window anyways. And you can't open to these windows. There's no way to open to these windows, right? So if you see if this window on the side here, this window over here, there's no way to open and close it. These windows, you can't open and close these ones, and same with these ones here. There's no way to open and close those windows. Trailer park is a really bad place to start. Even though there's like one trailer park place with like the TV in it, you might start in the trailer park and you might find a TV here, but it would still be the same thing, right? It's like once you go in here, all you have is just these trailer houses to search, just big open areas with zombies. Whereas if you started the places with the nice houses, you got nice 2-story houses to go in. I think it's like easier to find the duffel bags and everything too. You do need to get a bag, right? I think there's maybe could have been a duffel bag in that last one. There'd be a duffel bag here. I don't think there's any possible chance for a duffel bag to be in there. It's kind of like there's a place like north of the starting location, actually, like there's like 10 houses, 12 houses maybe, or like 2 of them could possibly have a duffel bag. Maybe nothing in there. Then you'd just be wasting most of your time running around doing nothing. So there we go. We showed like most of the different starting locations. There's like a few other ones where you start inside like a different 2-story house inside the same area. There'd be like three different starting areas. Maybe 4 of them. I wonder if we'll be able to find that other one quick. So we can start here, right? That's a good place because it has a TV in it, but you could start over here. And then actually, even if you started that house, you want to run over here to this garage here, right? So you could start in this house. That door's open. And the alarm system. I guess that's a good thing we came in here. Sometimes when you enter places, there could be an alarm system. So if you started this house, you should recognize it. This would be the starting location. So once the alarm systems pretty much happened, there's nothing you can really do here. It's just gonna attract all the zombies from everywhere, and that would be like one of the things that could ruin your run. Then you want to come to this garage here. We usually always like lure zombies here. That it's like one of the best places to actually kill zombies. But besides a good place to kill zombies, it's going to have the weapons inside the garage. You got the metal bars, you got the metal pipes. They're usually here. There's like two of these things, 2 garages. So they come in, you just want to hit them, right? So you lure all the zombies here, and then come through the window, and then you just kill them as they come in. That's like the best strategy, the best way to do it. So that's what we usually end up doing. There's more zombies here. And then they would come in, and then we just hit them as they come in. Because there's so many of them, because the alarm happened, I don't think we'd be able to get all the time. Look at him before he gets up. Oh, he's just taking it. We're taking all the zombies out. This is like pretty much the best thing you can do, right? Oh my god, he's not gonna fall down. We don't usually hit him, we just usually use the space bar to push him over, right? There's a zombie below us. Can you get him? I cannot hit him. Oh my god, we took out all the zombies. There's another one here, right? This is like one of the best strategies you can do. If there's a bunch of zombies coming for you, just lure them to a window and they can take all of them, right? We got the digital watch, maybe. Searching for car keys. I think there's just house keys. I don't think they're going to do too much. But the main thing would be the watch thing, right? Here's another one, so you're coming in. And there's another one coming in. There are 2 coming in, right? So you gotta sit here, then as long as RNG is on your side, you should be able to take out most of them, right? A police trooper hat. You find maps on them. So there's a key. Looking for the car keys, though, right? A nightstick, right? You found a gun. So they just keep coming in here. So just because the alarm system went on, don't treat it like it's been like a bad thing because the alarm system went off. You actually lure all the zombies here, then you can actually kill a lot of them. So we should end the video, right? There's no car keys. Oh, police trooper vest, right? Then you get all the good loot from the zombies. So that's really usually what happens. We come here, lure them here, then we just kill all of them. Still gonna be a whole bunch here, and I would recommend just luring them here and then just killing them all inside this garage, right? So the main thing you want to do is clear out all the zombies to make the neighborhood safer, right? Now you could potentially die here, right? Something could happen where the game's just like, oh no, screw you, or end your run right here, and then the zombies like lunge up at you, and then you trip, and then you run away, and then you fall, and then they get you. Some shenanigans. We're actually doing really good, right? 35 minutes. 35-minute video. Like, if this was a good run and we had our character and everything, we would be doing a good run. Because we'd just be clear the zombies. The alarm system brought everybody here. If we're able to kill all of them without actually dying, and then the rest of the neighborhood would be completely safe for you to go and loot, right? So this end when we get eventually killed, right? Eventually something is bound to happen. He's gonna come in, and then he's gonna start tripping, then we have to run out. I guess there's just two of them, that's it. We do want to run, right? If it turns out something like that happens, we're just gonna want to run. Then we can run back in there, but we could like try another window or something. But that's usually our strategy, right? Lure everybody to the window and just destroy this place. Oh, if we find like a lone zombie by himself, we take him out, right? He just sit there by himself, like this guy right here, right? And he has a backpack. So if you're looking for like a backpack, you can also find it on zombies. You don't like using a weapon unless they're on the ground. I feel like it wears out your weapon. Just watch out, make sure you don't get bit. Then if you get scared, there's like a fence over here. And then the zombies are just gonna come over here to the fence. They're gonna come around this corner here eventually. But while they're doing that, maybe you'd want to try to take out these two zombies here to make it a bit safer. Taking out two zombies, right? It's RNG, it depends if they fall or not, right? If they never fall, you're never gonna be able to get them. One falls, we miss. We stand on him and then push him, then the other zombies are gonna come. So we like getting these cheap kills in, right? Try to get him, and if not, they're chasing us, and then we can just use these big fences to hopefully get away. Oh, there's a zombie here. You don't want them to smash the windows. That's the last thing you would want. Get him. We go to this window, jump in, and that would be like how we would do things, right? So you might actually get killed, right? We were saying the game could do some shenanigans and get you killed because it wants you to, even with the power of the water cut off, right? Like this zombie's coming out here, we'd have to run. They're gonna break this window, right? He's gonna get up, so we're gonna have to run. Oh no, that's just him. He almost got bit. The one thing you don't want to do is get a bit, right? There's one here, so we usually try to get him. See if we can push him down. If he doesn't fall down, we can't get him. Try one hit. Try this guy, see if he falls down. See if we get a hit. Kill him. Yeah, we need to ride us, right? There's so many of them. They bring him to this window. It's like 30 minutes. We should have ended the video. This was just supposed to be an example. I guess next video we can go right into it, right? We didn't even go through my house and loot anything. But if they do that, right, he just gets up because he didn't get affected by it. Can I come through this one? I'm gonna break that window. You're doing really good. Wait, we didn't watch the show. We're supposed to go back to the show at 12 o'clock. You do want to make it back to watch your 12 o'clock show to get that experience. we're trying to figure out, right? Is it worth it? So you have to go there for the TV. You have to go watch the TV at like 6 a.m., 12 o'clock, 6 p.m. every single day for the first 9 days almost. It's more of a hassle to actually watch the TV, but you do get all that experience, right? They would just lower them to the shed and then it'll just be rinse and repeat. And then eventually they'll get us, right? Eventually. Yeah, right, we just swung at the air. So that doesn't do anything. And then our character's running forward, right? So eventually, there we go. We didn't get bit yet. Running through the thing. So there we go, right? Eventually they will get you scratch, bleeding, scratch, bitten, bleeding. Eventually they will get you if you try this for so long. So there we go. That was our first run. We didn't get killed. We weren't trying to survive because we didn't want this character anyways. So that's going to be the basic rundown of how the games are going to go through. There's nothing that happens when you die, right? Eventually you're going to die even if you get the bitten modifier or something. So that for 3 hours, killed 38 zombies. That's actually pretty good. Now you have the option to create a new character, or you could quit to the main menu. So I usually recommend quitting to the main menu and then just starting a completely new game, especially if you haven't gotten too far. Like we even restart games if we've been playing for over 10 days. But you go to a new character, then you can just make a new character and be in the same map. You can choose to start a different spawn location if you really wanted to. But the problem with this is that it's still the same map, right? So you're not going to be able to run over here and then check the TV because the TV is already on. It's going to be like the same time that you started at, right? Life of living, turn on, tune in. This is another good house too up here, right? Because right over here, this is like a starting house you can start in. If you go right here, here's weapons right here. Sometimes there's weapons, you get the screwdriver, empty gas can and everything, but there's a bunch of decent places. Then we just have to run all the way south down here to get back to the place that we were at. So you could continue the same map, but those houses are still going to be destroyed and everything, right? So let's quit. We'll make a new video. It's like 42 minutes. I don't know how we made a 42-minute video for just starting day one. So in the next video, we're just go right into the game. I don't think we have to explain anything. In the next video,